You are now listening to Feeding Off Each Other.
Welcome, everybody, to episode number 5 of Feeding Off Each Other.
Oh, nice one.
Nice, Kaz.
I did something.
Guest producer Kaz coming in hot
guys,
right off the top.
Guys, that's the name.
Feeding Off Each Other.
You didn't know the name of the podcast?
I thought you guys were joking.
Do you like it?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, secret guest, shut the hell up. Let's introduce.
Kaz, I'm impressed
where
with your
we're at.
soundboarding. You've already played more sounds than Dave's played in 5 podcasts.
Yeah, it's been a minute, 15 seconds so far.
But he couldn't find the record button.
That's true. We did struggle. Dave is absent. He is in Nashville.
/ Toronto.
And he's in Slashville. We have absolutely no idea what he's doing.
And we have no idea what we're doing because usually he handles all the admin. And we did it this time. And Kaz, you are Dave, essentially.
I am Dave.
Good luck.
Good luck and Godspeed. Play your favorite sound right now.
You can only play that one for yourself. Guys, happy Wismas.
Happy
Happy
Wismas!
Wismas pod. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
We're here in Whistler doing a pod on location, and it's actually the first party pod. We have a peanut gallery in the room. We have a few friends: Christina Geppetta, Nick Zielinski, otherwise known as Van Can on YouTube, and Brooke Taylor. Hi, Brooke. And we're having a good time here at Wismas. Bike park opened up first day. It was amazing.
So good.
So good.
I actually like that the bike park was open on Thursday. There's no lineups.
Yeah, it was crazy to just come right down, go back up for another lap. And the dirt was good too. I thought it was going to be really muddy, but it wasn't too bad.
It's pretty good.
There was some mud.
There was definitely some mud.
Some mud. But like, considering how much it rained yesterday, I thought it was going to be real muddy.
You came in midday when the sun started drying up all the trails.
Easy now. I was there earlier than midday, but there were some beers that had to be drank in a parking lot.
It's true.
Guys, we haven't
Shout
done
out
we haven't done our introduction. We have to introduce our guest.
Should we introduce our guest?
Did you write an introduction?
Okay, guest who hasn't been named yet. Yeah, I did write an intro.
Oh, good.
So how this works is we wrote an intro for you, and you will listen to the intro, and you will give it a rating. Oh. And spot any...
Jesus, Kaz. We turn that one down in post. That's
No, that was great. You'll rate it, and then you'll point out any inconsistencies, errors, or omissions.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds like a homework assignment.
So usually we make show notes every time, and we collaborate on them. I wrote nothing. I dropped the ball.
Okay.
I'll add my notes in real time.
I'm excited because out of all you guys, like Jason, we haven't spent as much time together. So,
No,
you know.
exactly. But I did a lot of research
What?
online.
Stop saying that.
I did a lot.
Freaking me out, man.
I went to page 2 on the Google
I can
search.
tell that you guys haven't hung out as much because he's told me to ask you to come on. And I was like, just ask.
I don't think that happened. All right, are you ready?
Wait.
Whoa,
We're
whoa,
on a
wait,
text.
wait. A mystery guest needs to come closer to the mic a little.
Oh, sorry. I need it in my face.
Yeah.
And you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Our guest this week grew up in the Vancouver area playing lacrosse and rugby as well as riding horses. Soon, she discovered mountain biking and found herself moving to Whistler in 2012, where she developed her skills as a rider as well as a content creator. Since then, she has gone on to become a professional mountain biker, photographer, and according to LinkedIn, a digital advertising specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, we have none other than Hailey Elise with us today.
I'm gonna add, and she's a good friend of ours, and we love you very much.
Oh, I love you guys too.
And you're our first girl on the pod.
Oh my God.
It's kind of sad. Thanks for coming on.
Oh man. Thanks guys for having me today.
You're welcome. How was the intro?
Well, there was a couple cringy moments, but yes, according to my LinkedIn, I am, what was it? I don't even know.
A digital advertising specialist.
Oh man, I gotta change that.
Did you play rugby? Is that true?
Yeah, I did.
How did you find that out? How deep did you go into the Facebook
Yeah, that's
album?
kind of-
Super deep.
That's actually pretty crazy that you found, and even lacrosse. Like lacrosse was when I was.
Well, it's our national sport, isn't it?
Do you like shred at lacrosse? Is that what they say?
I don't even know. I was not too bad, but actually, it's kind of neat because it was when box lacrosse first started being available for girls, and I wanted to play field lacrosse too, but I didn't want to play girls field lacrosse because it's like you play with tennis rackets and you have to wear these glasses and blah blah blah. So I actually played boys field lacrosse, but because I was a girl, they made me play down 2 years. So I would always play, like, I'd be 17 playing U15 or like 15 playing down, so that I was like relatively similar size.
So you kicked their butts.
Well, I still got my butt kicked, but
Oof. It's a physical sport, hey? Like, I've dabbled. And, yeah, there's like some aggressive moves in lacrosse.
Okay, hold on. Tell us, what was the extent of your dabbling?
Like school, and then maybe like joining the school team for like not very long because it was like painful. And also, you don't see lacrosse that much in like the worldwide sports thing, and then you see like a football or a soccer, and you're like, I can aspire to do that, right? Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So, did you ever get like hurt playing lacrosse?
Nothing like what's happened mountain biking.
Yeah. You actually chose a far dangerous.
I know.
sport.
Like, you'd get bruises and sprained things, and like when you took a ball to your body, that really hurt. But yeah, nothing like mountain biking.
So I struggled writing this intro because I couldn't pinpoint what exactly you do currently.
Well, I think you got one thing wrong.
What?
Hailey Elise, is that your real name?
Oh God.
Oh.
Is that your real name?
You know what? For all intents and purposes, professionally speaking, yes. Yes, it is, Matt.
Do you go by any other names, or is that the only name you go by?
There might be some other names floating around, but, let's keep it that way.
Okay.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
But you have maybe another alias that will be unspoken.
I go by my middle name as my last name because, because sometimes my last name can be construed as inappropriate.
Oh, okay.
And has that caused you problems in your life?
When I was, I've heard some things, some phrases, regarding my last name.
Do you think that it would be a issue nowadays still?
Probably not, but I like what it's like, yeah, you can choose your name, your last name,
I think
maybe.
it's gotten to that point where you use your real name and people are like, who's that? Who are you
I know.
talking about?
I like this. I feel like this embodies me a lot more, Yeah.
So if you have any guesses as to what Hailey's real name is, leave it in the comments below. Sorry to put you on the spot, but
It's okay. It's okay. I mean,
we're going to do it a lot more.
Oh, great. Can't wait.
We've got some haters.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. They're all softballs.
I'm done with this.
So you just came back down came up, I guess, from formation. Is it Red Bull formation?
It is, yeah.
Tell us what that is.
So Red Bull Formation is a women's free ride event
Down in
Virgin, Utah. So this year it was on the 2015 Rampage site. And basically a bunch of the best women's free ride athletes go down to Virgin, Utah, and they have 3 days to build a line, and then they have a day off, and then 3 days to put that line together.
Did you ride?
No, I was taking photos.
Oh, I thought you were riding down there.
Oh, no.
When are you going to get on a bike down there?
I did bring my bike, and me and Tina did a laugh, and we spent some time. But honestly, the girl, like the stuff they were hitting, it's huge. It's massive. It was crazy to see the like level of progression in women's free ride they've arrived.
What was the gnarliest thing that went down?
I thought that Robin suing a like really big drop was pretty gnarly.
What is suing for the mothers in the crowd?
a suicide no-hander, you know. So it's when you take your hands off the handlebars.
Okay, buddy.
And you
nice.
know, okay.
Okay, that's enough. I get it.
Okay, kids.
What did she sue?
Like a massive drop. Huge.
crazy.
Yeah, it was mad. And then she did a backflip off the step up after that. So yeah, that was crazy. But Casey's like entrance into her line was this like super exposed drop that she had to come off this drop and like make it into a catch berm. And there was some uncertainty if the catch berm was actually going to catch them. And so that was pretty spicy. But they like her and Hannah Bergman just did it with perfection. Beautiful to watch. Super strong, dialed. So that was kind of crazy to see. Cammie, who actually got the award for the spiciest line, she had one that was basically like straight down, and then it went into a crazy double drop, and then into a few jumps, and then this massive step down. Massive. So that was insane to see as well. It was crazy. And it was a bunch of, all the media was women too. There was a few like random dudes, but overall it was insane. Pretty amazing.
Do you plan on competing? Or is it a competition?
It's not a competition. It's basically, it's really interesting because initially a few years ago when Formation first started, they decided that it was going to be more of like putting lines together and riding them and everybody having the opportunity to ride other lines. And I was like, hey, wait a second, why don't the girls get a competition? Like the boys have a competition. Why is there no competition for the girls? And I didn't really understand that. I thought that competition was necessary for progression. But now having been there and seeing this and seeing, you know, that each rider has the opportunity to build a line that's their flavor of riding, you know, whether they're like into the ability to do tricks or big hits or, you know, really technical features, they get the chance to build that and then they can share that. And so actually the progression is from the fact that you can ride all these different things and have somebody that becomes an expert in their line and can show you then how to do it. So you know.
Would you say you were feeding off each other?
There was definitely, the energy was really good. It was amazing there. The atmosphere was like, I've been to Rampage as well, and it's definitely a little, you know, more intense, but this had a lightness to it for sure. So yeah, we were feeding off each other.
Thanks, that's all I wanted to
Say
say.
the freaking words.
Why not?
Oh, nice, Kaz. Can the peanut gallery hear our soundboard?
No.
Oh, too bad.
I
Yeah.
really wish we could. Kaz, can you like give us a sound for what you're doing?
That was like a.
Okay, Kaz is gonna make the sound after the sound every time.
Okay.
Kaz, you should just live do the sounds.
Yeah.
Do you know which one you're pushing, Kaz, or does it just happen?
I know which buttons I'm
You know
pushing.
the-
Yeah.
This
It's not
guy's
his
a
first time.
Does
Oh, wait.
Kaz know what buttons he's pushing? Look at the guy.
Kaz knows how to push all my buttons. So, yeah, I mean, to get to that point in your riding and career at the Rampage, it's a Rampage site, right? Ish?
Yeah.
It's like the 2015.
It was,
course,
It was
right?
Yeah.
the site.
Yeah.
Like,
The
this
site.
is a pretty intense level of riding, but let's bring it all the way to the beginning, the humble beginnings. How did you get into riding? How did you get into bicycles? I don't even know. So I feel like this is the first time I've ever heard the story.
well,
What was the first bike you owned?
Stinky Kona Deluxe. But it wasn't actually one that I officially owned. It was a hand-me-down from my brother.
Oh, so it was a family thing?
It
That's how
wasn't
you got-
even a family thing. We lived at the base of Burke Mountain. And my brother, that's how I actually started playing lacrosse too. I just idolized the guy. And, you know, basically whatever sports he would do, I wanted to do them too. And I was lucky because he would go like fully like just dive headfirst into these sports and become fully obsessed with them and then get over them really fast. So I would always get the hand-me-downs. So anyway, he got into biking and got this Stinky Kona Deluxe and would go shred with his friends and build stuff on Burke Mountain. And then he just slowly stopped riding, and I slowly started riding more. And so I rode like, really recreationally and loved it. And
Really recreationally.
really recreationally. Like, I mean, like casually. I don't know how else. Yeah, like
On Burke Mountain.
on Burke Mountain.
Which is in Coquitlam?
Poco.
Poco.
Shout out Poco.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's far away.
I know,
But
right?
you said this was back when it was all farmland.
Nick, you're from Poco?
well,
Burquitlam, sorry.
oh,
Wrong place.
Burquitlam.
Is
Very
there
close.
beef between Burquitlam and Poquitlam?
What?
Or,
No, it's Port
Coquitlam.
Poco.
Sorry, I don't live there.
You watch what you're saying.
Okay, so you got a Stinky Junior Deluxe.
Stinky
That-
Kona Deluxe.
Stinky
Kona
no,
Stinky
Kona
Deluxe.
Stinky Deluxe.
Kona Stinky.
That was your
Deluxe.
first bike ever?
Yeah.
Like you didn't even have like a bike
Oh,
with
I
training
mean,
wheels or
yeah,
something
probably
like that?
something along. Actually, I had a Marin
A Marin what?
when I was a kid. I don't know.
Like
Okay.
just
It was purple.
Describe it.
It was purple and white. That's all. I
How
remember.
small was it?
It was small.
Okay.
Very small. Okay, training wheels kind of thing.
Yeah, there was training wheels.
Okay, and
Yeah.
like what? I don't know if you have any memories from learning how to ride a bike, but did you fall in love right away?
Yeah, bikes have always been something that's like I lived on this cul-de-sac and we were just like, there was a mob of kids and we all had bikes and we'd build little wood jumps on the street but not mountain biking. Yeah. Mountain biking came a lot later for me.
So what was your first mountain bike ride?
That was, what was it called? Flywheel, I think, which was on Burke Mountain. Was the first trail and like time that I'd gone down.
With your brother?
No, I actually didn't go with my brother the first time. I had a friend that would take me, a buddy.
What motivated? Was it a date?
No, it wasn't a date. I always liked stuff that was hard and I liked being outside and my brother did it. Anything that my brother did, I was like, that must be really fun.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of my story too.
Yeah.
Copying my brother.
Yeah,
Getting
like
into it.
snowboarding, lacrosse, mountain biking, all that stuff he did first.
So what was the moment where you did fall in love and you're like, I got to do this again?
It was
I
like
gotta do this
even
again.
later than that. So I had that bike and I rode it occasionally and whatever, and it was fun. And then I decided I was going to move to Whistler, and I got a Da Vinci chili pepper and brought that up here, which is like not a great.
No, I was going to say that's a poor choice.
What kind of
I
bike is
didn't
the
know
chili
any
pepper?
better.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that.
Is it like a hardtail?
It's like
It's not hardtail.
No, it's like a short travel,
Yeah.
full suspension.
Yeah.
like a cross country.
Very
style bike?
cross country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cross country.
I don't even remember what.
So it's a valley trail bike.
No, it's a little more than a valley trail bike.
Like Lost Lake.
Lost Lake, yeah.
Lost
You
Lake,
that
right.
bike would kill it on Lost Lake.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes. But anyway, I came here and I was like, I'm gonna ride the bike park, and I took that in the bike park, and it was just getting broken left, right, and center. So I got a Specialized stump jumper. Was the next one, but then it was again like something I'd bought secondhand, and it was just falling apart over and over and over again. And so actually, by the time I got the stump jumper and I was riding the bike park, I was like, man, this is really fun. That's when I started to really like it a lot, and I was seeing progression. And Trish Bromley actually she saw me one day and she's like, what's wrong? And I was like, oh, my bike's broken again. And she said, well, hey, I'm going back to Ontario. Do you want to like ride my transition TR450 while I'm gone? And I was like, yes. And then I got my hands on that, and which I am forever in debt to her, because that was a game changer. That changed having a good bike that was doing what it was meant to do was huge. So yeah. And I rode that a bunch, and then I met Ollie Jones, and that's where things took another turn.
Who's that?
Ollie
Ollie?
Oh,
oi,
Ollie
oi,
Jones.
Ollie.
Oi, oi.
Oh, that guy.
That guy
Yeah.
that guy in the videos.
Final Cut Bro, you might know him as.
Oh yeah, that's the guy.
You know, the upside down guy in the race face ads. He's in that one too.
You actually have a pretty funny story about how you met Ollie.
I do.
Should we get into that?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Should we dive right in?
Yeah, let's go for it. Ollie, how did we meet?
I always wanted to make a video about this, and now we're finally just doing a podcast. This is good because I always felt like this story's too long for a video.
Yeah.
So this is good. This is perfect. I've heard this story 4 times now. I love it
Really?
Every time.
All right, here we go. Getting
Strap
comfy.
in.
Yeah.
All right, so you were
Take a
at
sip.
Della Creek.
There's so much more before that.
Oh my god.
So I was, when I first moved to Whistler, I had a good time, and this bartender from Tapley's asked me out on a date, and I was like, yeah, for sure, let's go. He's like, oh, we're gonna go, you want to go camping? And I was like, yeah, okay. Like, now I look back in hindsight and I'm like,
Was the
who says
bartender-
that they'll go camping with a stranger?
Is the bartender Ollie?
No,
Okay.
it wasn't Ollie.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so I went out the night before and I didn't get back till like 4:30, 5 in the morning or something. And this guy picked me up at 7, and I like come outside with my bike and like nothing else basically. And he loads it. Oh, thanks. And he loads it up in the back of his truck, and we start driving out, and he's like, oh, we're meeting some friends. And we end up at the Pemberton gas station, the Husky. And out of, I don't even know what they were driving, but there was 4 of them, and one of them was Ollie. But we didn't exchange any conversation or anything like that until we got to the Lillooet gas station, and we were standing around in there just like looking through all the stuff, and he puts on these red glasses, and I was like, oh, they match your hair. And he like looked at me with this really like terrible look, and I was like, cause you're a redhead. You're a redhead, right? And still like looked at me really terrible. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. And anyway, I went on this amazing date with this guy, and he shot a grouse for me and cooked it over the campfire.
A grouse?
Yeah,
he shot, what did he shoot the grouse with?
A shotgun. He shot.
Wow.
Wouldn't that obliterate the grouse?
Or I don't know what, a rifle. I don't know what he shot it with, but anyway, he like shot me this grouse and like made it and like cooked it over the fire, and he like fully provided with us, and we slept under the stars. And Ollie was just this guy with a headband that was like carrying around his computer, like DJing for the campsite.
You got a sexy sound there on the soundboard, Kaz, for us?
None of these say sexy. I
Okay,
think.
you
What's
can make
the
them
closest
live.
one?
You can make them live.
Oh yeah.
Oh, daddy. Every time I say Ollie Jones, I'll go, oh, daddy.
That's the
Perfect.
first thing you said to him.
No.
You
It
saw
was
those
the
red glasses.
It was the red head thing, which didn't go over well. Apparently, he doesn't like to be called a redhead.
So he was walking around with a laptop DJing.
Yeah,
You
basically.
were eating grouse.
Yeah, I was eating grouse. I was like, I was like, that guy is just like a punk, like whatever. And then we did this lap together, and I shit you not on this, but we were doing this lap, and there was this moment where he coached me off of something or whatever, and we literally like made eye contact, and it was, I was hooked.
Ollie.
Yeah. Fully like, I was like, whoa.
No, to grouse.
To grouse guy.
Oh,
We made eye
gross
contact.
guy.
Made eye contact. I licked
No,
my
but the
lips.
whole point of this is there was grouse guy and then Ollie Jones, and I was like completely like mesmerized. It was, I don't want to say like love at first sight, but it was lust at first sight.
Well, how you described it to me, a small detail that you added in the past was that you rode behind him, and you described his riding as the sexiest thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, that too.
And I have never described. I mean, I've ridden behind Kaz a couple times and had some
Rub
thoughts.
behind Kaz today.
Yeah, and like
Those
I don't,
pants, man. Those NF pants. They're.
I don't know if
Oh,
sexy crossed my
baby.
mind, but I was definitely aroused.
Ollie and my second date was in the bike park, and yeah, his riding.
What happened to Grouse Guy?
Yeah.
Like, did you drive home with him?
Yeah, and I even like simultaneneously dated both of them for a little bit.
Oh, this is where it's juicy.
No. It's, a girl can't commit right away, right? Like, keep your options open. You got grouse guy, or you got like English DJ dude that rides real
The
sexy.
two halves of Whistler right there.
Basically.
You were living in Whistler at this point.
I was,
So
yeah.
how long have you lived in Whistler for?
A year at that point.
And what about now? How many
Oh,
years?
now I've been here since 2012, so 10 years.
Whoa.
10
I
years.
know.
Kaz, how about you? How many years?
I've been here 2 years. Yeah, 2 years.
Oh, you're just a newbie.
I know. But Kaz, he got in. He got in with like an OG crew.
I mean,
so.
I'm in with the local crew.
Yeah. So he just was shooed right in. Like he didn't have to do any, paving his own way. He was just like swooped in and we're like, we got you. We'll show you all the goods. Don't go eat there. eat there. Chicken teriyaki wrap with spicy
don't ride
mayo.
there.
Make sure you get the spicy mayo.
So I'm sure there's people listening in like Europe right now, and their dream is to move to Whistler and live the mountain bike ski lifestyle.
Meet a grouse guy.
Meet a grouse guy.
Shout out Steve.
Steve Vanderhook?
No.
Oh, okay.
This guy
Different
was
Steve.
not no mountain biking. He he shoots grouse
Oh, so
With
you
shotguns.
went to Della Creek,
with Steve.
but he didn't mountain bike.
Well, he brought a bike.
He dabbled.
He got down the mountain.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What does grouse taste like?
Chicken. Real good chicken. I was skeptical. I'm not a trier
But they're
of new
like
things when
such
it comes to
dumb
food.
birds, don't you think that, you are what you eat?
Well, that's why I'm not with Steve. No, Steve was, he shot me a grouse.
So for the people who are, think that you're living the dream, living in Whistler for a decade, skiing, biking, what else do you do? Snowmobiling, all the things.
Yeah, you got winter can be quiet and you get cabin fever, so you end up picking things up like cross country skiing. Wah wah wah.
Never done it.
The misery sticks.
It's super fun, actually.
It's not miserable.
It's
And
and
you get to bring the dogs.
bring your dogs.
Yeah, that's the best part.
So you get sad in the winter. But what does it live up to the hype?
Oh, yeah.
How many Whistler locals we got in the room? 3?
Yeah.
Anybody else lived in Whistler? It's 3 people. I mean, I've always wondered too. I've daydreamed living in Whistler.
Not in my wildest dreams did I think it could be as good as it is. It's I mean, there's sacrifices for sure. There's sacrifices everywhere. Housing's rough. Can't get a family doctor. There's no transit.
You don't need those.
But you don't really. You just, you pivot strategy. But to ski, ride the bike park, the friends, it's small town vibes with unreal recreation. I still drive in and get butterflies when I catch the first glimpses of the ski runs. It's insane here.
I think I had those butterflies today.
Yeah. Wismas. I actually woke up this morning or last night I was going to bed and I was excited. I was like, oh my God, tomorrow we get to ride the bike park. Ollie was like, dude, shut up.
That's like me. That was like Jason was super stoked and I was a little bit like, we've done this a lot.
Yeah.
And then Jason said, oh, I don't know. I still get starry-eyed, get excited to ride the bike park.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Lit a
It's the
fire under
bike
my
park.
butt. Yeah. I think it's just like so many years now of going and filming and bringing the tripods and the camera bags and stuff. It's like,
Oh,
man, it's
so
going to be a lot of work.
hard.
It's going to be a lot of work.
God.
But then you get we did
Hey, it's hard work, man.
We do 7 laps in one day.
Yeah.
Pretty unreal.
You just
Yeah.
did 3,000 meters of descending.
Yeah.
In a day.
On a chairlift.
On a chairlift. You didn't even have to pedal.
Yeah.
It
Except
felt
up to
really
crank it
good to ride some flow. Some nice flow. I was like, whoa, yeah.
Yeah.
The,
Absolutely.
The other thing that's really cool is because you got your winter friends and you got your summer friends. And so it's been a while, you've seen all your winter friends here and there, but now it's time to see the summer friends again. And so there's all these faces that you just haven't seen since last season.
Yeah, it's always the most rewarding part.
Yeah.
It's such a social event.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what, you named some of the bad things about living in Whistler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the housing situation, that's been gnarly for you guys.
It has. We've lived, how many places have I lived in here? So I lived in Brio. Should I go through them quickly? I lived
Sure.
in Brio, but then I slept with my roommate.
But then you have to rate
And then
each
I-
place.
I had to
rate each
move.
place out of 10.
Then you had to move.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to sleep with your roommate.
That's fair.
Oh, no.
No.
Rate each place out
Okay,
of 10.
that
Rim
pla-
shot.
that place was like a 6, because it was a 6 because great location. Brio was amazing. I had my own bathroom, but it was also like a renovated laundry room. So there was these taps over my bed, right over my head, but location. So it still gets that 6.
It's the most Whistler thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's like room for rent. It's a closet and it's $2,000 a month.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, that place I only paid $500 to live there.
Wow.
$550 was the first amount that I paid in rent up here. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I know. It was great. Roommate was nice. We're still friends. It's cool.
Did you shoot a grouse?
And then,
No, not that guy.
I mean,
If we gave you a shotgun right now, would you know how to shoot a grouse?
No. God, yeah, anyway. So that was house number 1. House number 2, I lived in Alta Vista, right next to Lakeside Park. It was amazing. Lived with another couple and then this other dude. And I would like go bike in the bike park, and then I'd come back and just like walk barefoot over to the lake and go swimming. And that was unreal. So maybe that place was like a really small room. Housemates were kind of messy. So maybe that place was like another 6. Then I lived with a girlfriend in, Tina, what's that place called with Eagle Drive area? No, what's the other, I forget.
the one across the highway.
Where's
from here.
Crabapple? Whiskey. I lived in
Whiskey
Whiskey. Yeah.
Heights.
Okay, I lived in Whiskey with a girlfriend. And this is where Ollie moved in. And so he said to me,
Don't play the sound effect.
we had been like dating, hanging out with each other for about 4 months. And Ollie was like, hey, I got to move out of my place. Can I just come like stay at your place for a little bit? And then we've been living with each other ever since.
Classic.
Yeah.
And what was the situation at the time? You were dating?
We were dating.
Okay. So it was,
We've never actually officially been like, are we boyfriend and girlfriend now?
he never made you a note that said, will you be my girlfriend, with a little box?
He did get me a trail bike though. Like I had a downhill bike, and then he was like, here's this trail bike. You know, so I thought it was pretty serious at that point.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh, it's a dream. What? So, okay. And
then we moved to a place, I don't even remember what it was, Ambassador Drive maybe. And that was a basement suite, and we had some friends that lived upstairs, and they didn't really understand that we lived in a basement suite. So they would like one of the guys would come in the morning all the time, and he would be like, "Way, ole," like really loud, and come in and like hang out a lot. And so that was really fun.
And then when do you move into, what is it, White Gold?
Oh yeah, and then we were at another place in White Gold, and that was really cool. And then now we're in the place that we're in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess I kind of
You've
got to know
some-
you well at White Gold.
You got the
Because
Ambassador.
I don't know any other places
Yeah,
prior.
the Ambassador Crescent place, the place where we had the like Pete who lived upstairs that would always come downstairs.
Yeah. That's the guy who goes, oh, Ollie, what's up? Is that the guy?
Yeah.
That's a really good impression of Pete.
Actually, it's more like yucky tucky.
You guys have like your own language.
Yeah.
Like, and it's really rubbed off on us. like I hear Kaz talking like Ollie, and you, and
I wish I could take credit for it, but it is a lot of it's Ollie. Yeah, he just like finds these. I don't even know where they come
it's
from.
like sounds, or it's just like hype sounds, and people just start saying it, and it sticks. And
That's
like,
a good one.
years later, everybody's saying it.
Yeah. Before you know it, you're greeting somebody like, and they're just like, right back at you. And then you're both like,
Or like, Ollie he says like, let's trash this place.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just ready to party.
Yeah. So yeah, we first started hanging out at the Ambassador. Is that for the Ambassador? I feel like I don't even remember the addresses.
What, you and me started hanging out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Ambassador.
Was it? It was Ambassador. Yeah.
What, is that prior? Is it before White Gold?
White
White
Gold?
Gold is Ambassador.
But we
Okay.
also had another place in White Gold. We lived across the street from Meg's in that like nicer Whistler housing apartment place.
Oh,
the
yeah,
townhome.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you met us a house prior. So we're 3
Okay.
houses in. We're like 2 forward from the one that you first met us at. Anyway,
So
lots
the-
of houses.
Yeah, and
I didn't rate them
The
all,
most
so-
that's fine. They're all 6.9.
They
out
were
of
all
10.
6. This one that we're in right now was like an 8 because our landlord's real nice.
Well, the White Gold house is I have the most memories there because
Mm-hmm.
that was where we shot the sickest edit ever, and we camped on your. Well, we.
Well, no,
slept
we
on
didn't
your-
camp.
yeah.
We were comfortable.
We slept on your floor, couch many times in that house.
It's wild now, like seeing where you guys, not you, because you haven't slept at my house.
No, not yet.
No.
What, seeing where we crazy where we
But you
sleep now?
guys seeing like who you are now and the stuff that you're creating, because I remember you coming over with like Tupperware containers full of props and like hanging out.
I don't think much has changed.
Yeah.
I
still have a
I
lot of
brought
Tupperware.
3 Tupperwares to this trip.
I feel like now they're nice bags though. They're like really nice bags.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But
Shout
no,
out
we
Evoc.
we came
Shout
to
out
your house to shoot the sickest edit ever with a car packed to the absolute brim, full of all our camera gear and like a dozen pairs of rollerblades.
Yeah.
From a secondhand sports store.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we stayed at your place for like 7 days. Lived with you and Kyle Norbratton.
Well, Kyle actually didn't officially stay with us.
No.
He there was a lot of people. It was small. I mean, that was small, that place, and there was a few dudes in there, and so Kyle quickly moved out onto the porch.
Yeah, it was a little hazy in there. A little hazy in the house. And Norb's
in his bright yellow or orange tent in the front yard. He had the extension cord coming through the door, so the door was never fully closed.
he bailed so fast. There was no chance he was going to be in
He
that
did.
house with us. And
I
he was
know.
just like calling his girlfriend, I think at the time, just probably like homesick. Like, I'm with these dirt bags and it's so nasty inside. And
Oh
we're
my
just chilling
goodness.
inside with all of our chargers and everything. Just like
Yeah.
there was no floor space in the house.
No.
Man, but we made a lot happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the sickest edit ever was like seeing how you worked, and yeah, that was kind of our first introduction into. I mean, we learned from watching, being part of
And
it.
I guess you were in that one.
Yeah.
What was your line?
But what are we gonna do, Norbs?
Oh, it's just like the video. But how? God, I guess fast forward, and now you've been in a few videos of ours.
Oh,
Good segue.
I love it.
Good segue.
I suppose I have.
What am I supposed to take this somewhere?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be like the most recent one.
How to shoot a grouse with a shotgun.
And
My favorite
Oh
one.
no,
We gotta back it up. We gotta back it up to the.
I was gonna take that as my time to leave.
Oh, Christina is leaving the building.
She's
I love you,
bored.
Tina.
She's bored.
You can see this board as fuck.
Goodbye, Christina.
Bye, Tina.
Yes, no blondie. Did I bring them?
Duck, duck.
I thought I strategically left them somewhere.
Ooh, ah.
Smart. So I could just grab them. Sorry, audible for going.
It's okay. Just keep talking,
keep interrupting
thinking out
it.
loud.
I'll just leave them issues.
Yeah, just keep opening doors.
Tina.
Just slam them. Fine.
just walk home barefoot.
Where would I put them?
Cut to commercial. Cut to
No,
commercial.
wait, they were with my swimsuit. I got this.
Wait, Tina, are they? No, that's not it.
They're air-
All right, this is a good time for an ad break. Jason, who is today's episode?
Y'all clean up.
Or who
It's
give
today's
us
episode.
the money?
Today's episode is brought to you by the Delta Marriott Bonvoy, which we are currently all seated in my room. Let's just be clear here. They put us up actually for a couple days here for Wismas, and we are very grateful.
Very nice. This is the hotel that I spent many weekends with my family, dad, mountain biking, Whistler Bike Park.
Lovely, lovely place.
And I'll always remember the time that we came here with our friend Wesley, and I said, "Hey Wesley, I'll give you a toonie if you sleep in the closet." And he said, "Okay, I'm down." And then he slept in the closet all night. Thanks. Hey, I like the laugh track.
That's a good one. And then I think your dad was there in the morning. What did he say to Wesley?
This was the first time I ever heard my dad swear like blatantly. And he went into the room, saw Wesley half in the closet, and said, "Wesley, what the fuck?" It was just like a guy's trip. It was so funny. It was like the perfect timing.
That was like our definition of getting lit when we were that age. Was
Yeah,
like, yo, I
how
slept
old
in
were
the
you guys?
closet.
He slept in the freaking
Like-
closet.
15?
Okay.
14 maybe? Pretty
If
young.
you're wondering, Wesley, our friend, is now out of the closet. It's fine.
We tried to get him to sleep in one recently, but it didn't work out.
Where were we?
New bike day.
Oh, nice segue.
Yeah.
Ay.
We should probably talk about New Bike Day.
It's very topical as of recording this.
Yeah.
You were our bassist.
I was your guys' bassist.
You joined Ditch Cobra.
I joined Ditch Cobra. I didn't just join Ditch Cobra. I that was a big deal, guys. You know, that was seriously like I daydream about being in a band, and Matt,
I think we all have.
yeah, and it happened.
Maybe? I definitely have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have
For sure.
zero musical talent. Zero.
You headbanged really well though. So I think that
Thanks.
counts as musical talent.
Really? It's crazy because one of my other brothers is a professional ballet dancer, and he's like incredibly musical. And there was a hard line. Like he got all of it, and I have none of it. But Matt, you know, we were hanging out at a table in Kamloops, and
Oh, yeah.
you were like, "Hey, crap, you know, I'm still looking for somebody for a bassist." And I
I'm
was like,
desperate. I'll take anybody.
and I was like, "Oh, you know, I could be interested over here." And you're like, "Well, you know, we really need somebody that knows how to play. You'll have to audition." And I was like, "No problem, you know, whatever." And
We don't play favorites.
No, I know.
No, you
I know.
gotta earn it.
I did, and I went out and Ollie found a bass, and Kaz came over, and he showed me what I was supposed to do, and then we took a video like 2 minutes later. So I was about 2 minutes into professionally playing the bass, and then I sent it to you and went to sleep, like really nervous about what the possible,
And I don't think I replied for like a day or something.
Classic.
I was like, oh, I guess I didn't get it.
No,
But
I think I was just like
probably
busy or something like
yeah,
that.
it's
I don't
okay.
know.
It's okay. I didn't that's just the audition process. Like
Yeah.
you don't get your call back right away. Like
No,
it takes a
and
little
if
time.
you don't get the role, you just don't hear.
You don't hear anything. Yeah. And I was, like I'm about to embark on this professional career as a bass player. Like there's going to be people, maybe they don't like my style. Maybe they don't like, how fast my fingers move. I don't know. Anyway. And so I didn't take it personally. I got over it real fast.
Well, Hailey, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh my gosh, here it goes.
The bass playing was a small portion of why we felt you were right for the role.
Oh, really?
Your biking skills was a big compromise.
When the literal climax of my career was when I had that dad cam and I turned back, and then I opted to pick up the bike and run with it. I was like, man,
It was a clutch move.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That kind of foresight to anticipate, that shows experience.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it was only like a week before the shoot where I realized, oh yeah, shit, the bassist has to be pretty good at riding a bike. Because we were just auditioning random
real
people.
bassists.
Yeah, we're real bassists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've set out a what is it called? A casting call.
Casting call.
We had people playing the ukulele. We had someone playing a tennis racket.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we couldn't have chose a better person for the role.
Thank you. I actually really hurt my neck when we were shooting.
Why?
I don't know really what happened, but the headbang on day 3, honestly, I woke up that morning and from the headbanging, I couldn't move my neck. Seriously, I couldn't move it. I was stuck. It was so bad. I was like, what am I going to do? And I kind of panicked a little bit, but then I was like, you know what? You can do this. You can get through this. But I was worried. And so I actually detoured and found a Save-On that was open at 7 a.m. and got some muscle relaxant cream because it was bad. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you know you did a good job.
Exactly.
I know.
Well, the shoot was it was hard at times. I got a migraine in the middle of our performance scenes because our room was full of haze, which we later found out from Matt that you're not supposed to put in an enclosed space.
No,
because it
no
causes
indoor use.
carbon
Really?
monoxide poisoning.
Oh my God.
And he's just ripping this thing every take.
Yeah.
And we're breathing that, and I'm screaming and I don't know. I'm fully trying to sing to the max. And
It was physical. I was bagged.
yeah, it was tough.
And yeah.
I
How
was
was it?
sweating.
Yeah.
You were sweating.
I was
Oh,
full
no
on sweating.
So much sweat. I felt bad
amps were so hot.
Yeah.
Because we had real
true.
tube amps and they're emitting so much heat.
I didn't want to give back the wardrobe to Brooke. I was like, this is
Did you
is-
take it?
yeah, I have it.
Oh, nice. So I took it home.
Well, at first by day 3, I mean, that was 3 days of living in that and just sweating. If I had nuts, they would be off.
Oh, sweating your proverbial nuts off.
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah. And anyway, so that would just be mean to be like, here, Brooke, have these. So I conveniently took them home. I was
Yeah.
going to actually wear them out today. I thought about the pants. But I was like, then Matt will know that I have them.
No, I was worried that you didn't get stuff.
No,
Okay, so let's set the record straight.
I sniped
with the bass.
yeah.
were you or were you not playing the bass for real?
Do I have to answer this question? Why don't we just, leave it up to the viewer's imagination?
Well, Kaz wants his credit now. He's giving you the cricket. No. Kaz, what's the real story?
Well,
here?
let's just say, okay,
Who
wait.
who laid down the track? I mean,
Kaz is chewing ice. Hold on.
Kaz is chewing ice. It's his first podcast. He knows that people listening love chewing ice.
100%. I will not take credit for Kaz playing in the song. Kaz is a multi-talented human, and he came over late at night and he picked up this stranger's bass and he just like laid down the track, just sitting there in our kitchen, with some headphones on.
That's where you tracked it?
Yeah,
It was in the kitchen.
just
At
sitting
Hailey's
there.
place?
Yeah.
For the actual like single New Bike Day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's where the bass was laid down.
But in the video was Hailey playing the bass. Let's just say by that point, I was about 48 hours, maybe even a little less, into my professional career.
She got a 40-minute private video lesson.
yeah. I mean, I will give you credit because you actually were trying moderately hard to play the right notes. And then I think at a certain point, you're just like, this is too hard to coordinate all this. Hey, because I had to edit the footage and I saw what you were doing. I played it back many times.
Oh man.
Same with Dave on the drums,
Dave can play the drums.
Dave can play drums.
Yeah.
Dave's good at drums. Dave killed it.
Yeah, he killed it.
But on the actual single, we had our friend Will, who's a professional drummer, like next level. Like, I mean, if you ask me, he's just as good as Travis Barker. I don't know. Setting the drummers listening. But he's really good. So for Dave to like play at that pace was just like insane.
It's a fast song.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Super fast.
Yeah, it's tiring. It's tiring to do like one full take.
Oh yeah, it was exhausting. It was crazy.
I think that Dave probably had the hardest
For sure, yeah.
job.
Just swinging his arms and
Yeah.
using his feet.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
Man, I didn't even hear him bitch once. Huh.
Oh, you should have waited till we wrapped.
Oh, really?
Wouldn't stop. You should have carpooled with him. I'm kidding. Sorry, Dave. Please don't be mad. If you had this podcast.
Dude, we love you.
I kind of feel bad that we gave you such a shitty bike in that video, though.
Why, man? I
Well,
wouldn't have been able to do my signature pickup and walk out.
We literally gave you yeah, it's true. It is what it is. But we gave you $170 folding bike from like made in China.
I think
and
actually,
it was not very good.
I think what happened is that I took that bike because I was really worried about Dave, being able to ride any of the other bikes or that bike. So I took the harder one so
We
that
care about Dave.
Dave had an easier bike,
Did he though? Because
I think that bike is pretty hard.
he's like pedaling so hard.
He was
'Cause
gassed.
he had the moto bike, but the gear ratio is so easy. So he's just like spinning his little legs around.
I think he chose his little legs.
his little baby legs around.
I think he chose the right bike though, because like
Yeah.
it was between. Well, there was the Pit Viper bike, which had to be mine.
Yeah.
There was the tandem bike, which was just like, with the way we mapped it out and Kaz playing the solo, we're like, okay, well, Kaz has to play, he has to ride the tandem.
Mm-hmm.
And there was between the motocross bike and the folding bike. And the motocross bike's just so comfy.
Yeah. And it's like theoretically seemed easier than this folding bike.
And right away, I asked Dave, which bike do you want? Like, you get you get first pick.
Yeah.
And he was like, this one for sure.
Okay, sweet. Yeah.
So he was happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, every once in a while, like doing the biking takes, I'd look behind and he's like far back and he's like, holy shit.
Guys, wait for me.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
It's
Yeah.
super tough.
But I don't know. I just thought, well, maybe we could have got you like a way sicker bike, Let's put it this way. That bike's going to be the first to be sold secondhand.
Oh man, you gotta let me know. I'm like attached to that one.
It's yours. You can have it for free.
Wonder if I
Otherwise,
could
it's getting sold for $100.
Rake up like some way to
$50.
hold my skis or something like that.
Be a good rally trail bike. Going to Longhorn or Garbs.
You just fold it up.
Yeah,
bring
bring
it
it into
to
the bar.
Go check it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, so I didn't mention that Jason was originally going to be the bassist.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Did you know this?
No.
It would have been horrible. So bad.
Oh man, you would have been so good at that.
I don't believe so at all. It would have been a train wreck.
What would we have seen?
Thanks, guys. What, like horrible faking bass and like...
This is something that should probably go on Instagram. Like you should do an audition tape.
Oh, for that role?
Yeah, maybe you could
The
get
lost edition tapes.
Yeah, the lost audition tapes. Because I'd like to see what like I'm visualizing something, but I could be way off. So it'd be great to see really like what kind of character you were gonna.
You would have made the most of it, Jason. You would have done what you could,
Yeah,
whatever.
I would have tried my darndest out there, but I don't think I would have done too well.
You would have done a thing.
It would have been that. Exactly.
He's not playing the trombone.
And for $1 more, I'll play
Okay,
it.
but we didn't cut Jason because we thought that he was gonna be bad. We cut Jason because Pit Viper requested that we have a girl in the band,
Yeah,
and
Which is fair, for
yeah,
sure.
I hear ya.
and that was totally fair. And we're
Yeah.
like, oh, girls are kind of icky, but that's a good idea, I guess.
Yes, girls can wear pit vipers too.
Yeah. So that's when we asked you. And then they said, oh, well, we don't want to go too far with sexualizing any girl in this. So I was like really concerned with like, we had posters on the wall that were like kind of sexy posters. And then right away you like figuring out your costume, you tie your shirt in a bow and show your like tummy. And I'm like, oh, I don't think that's going to fly. Like they don't want to like might sexualize your character too much. And then we FaceTimed with our friend at Pit Viper, and right away he was like, yes, tummy.
Sweet.
Okay.
Strand training. It's where those work hard. Got it. Yeah. Show off
See,
them
if
abs.
I was in the role, I probably wouldn't have tied my shirt up at all. I'm like, that guy's weird.
What do you guys think about the band name though? Ditch Cobra.
My favorite one was Come 41.
What do you mean favorite one? Our band name is Ditch Cobra.
Oh, but I thought you did like an Instagram, just poll
We
sort of
did.
thing. Yeah.
We did.
It was for the engagement.
And there were some good ones though. Come on, guys. As a member of the band, I think that we should be open to other names.
Just change our name every song.
Maybe we're not.
could.
We're
That's a
new.
lot of kick
we're
drums.
figuring out our brand, who we are. We can pivot. We can try on some other names for size.
Okay, well, I mean, there's some names here. I'm looking at the Instagram now. Come 41. Yeah, that was Pit Viper. Pit Viper left 4 suggestions. And the funny thing is that each suggestion was 5 minutes apart. So someone at Pit Viper spent 20 minutes on their phone trying to suggest alternate names for our band. So
That's amazing.
I salute that person. We have Anti-Joey Club.
Nice.
I like that. Oh yeah, my character's name on the eviction notice, it was Brody.
Oh, really?
Brody Jones. That was Dave did it like super last minute. He was typing up the eviction notice like 5 minutes before we shot that.
Brody Jones.
It should have been Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Damn, that would have been a good little Easter egg.
We have another suggestion. This is from Kaz to call our band Whole Snakes, which was actually the original idea.
Yeah.
That was the original.
That's the evolution of the band name.
Whole Snakes is like synonym for Pit
For
Viper.
Pit and then Viper, yeah.
Oh, very clever.
Same with Ditch Cobra. To some degree.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we should just go with Ditch Cobra.
Ditch Cobra's great.
Yeah, you can do the hand sign.
Should we make
DC.
it? Oh yeah, that was epic. I loved it.
Yeah, that was good.
Should we do another song?
Yeah, definitely.
We do have another idea. It's not a Ditch Cobra idea.
This is the one we've talked about.
Yeah, this is the one we've talked about.
Yeah, we've there's been some discussion around going country.
Yeah, I wanna hear Hailey do a solo.
Oh, guys, you can't do this to me.
Well, who else?
No,
would do it?
no, I don't
No,
need
no.
to hear it. Here.
Oh, you don't want to hear it right now?
No,
Oh, okay, okay. Are you
I
sure?
mean, unless you want to lay it
Are
down.
you sure? Oh man, here we go.
You got an instrument. Oh, Kaz is pulling up the instrumental. Wait, Kaz. This isn't cleared.
Yeah.
You gotta find the. Okay, so the idea is I've had this idea for a long time.
Yeah.
It's a Dolly Parton parody of her famous song Jolene, and you guessed it, we do Joey. What do you think?
I love it. I love it.
Can you sing with a twang?
I probably could. I don't know how this is gonna turn out.
What, you want to sing it now?
No, I don't have to sing it right now. I
Okay,
don't
we
know.
can sing it right
Are
now.
you
Jason's-
alluding to that? I don't know.
No, I'm in.
Okay.
It's up to you. I think we should do it though.
No,
Right
no,
now.
no,
Not
not
right
right
now.
now.
No.
But
I think
another
that we
time.
should record the song.
Oh,
Yeah, we
heck
should
yes.
record the song. Yeah.
Okay,
Heck
so
yes.
so I told Hailey the idea for Joey, and then on the shoot, and then I think it was after the shoot or whatever. We had a super late night shooting. You went home, and it crossed my mind. I'm like, I wonder if Hailey's thinking about the Joey song. And then it was like an hour later. You send me the full lyrics that you'd written out, and were you like laying in bed writing the song?
Yeah.
That's when you know it's good.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for a good country song. Dolly Parton.
Please, let's
you
do it.
know? And yeah. I mean, what can I say?
Please, let's do it.
Yeah. Don't have to ask me twice.
I think we should put it in our I Only Ride Park Tour videos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just,
Hell yeah. That sounds awesome.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
God, this podcast is legally binding. Exciting.
Producer over here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Gotta make notes on that one.
Do?
We haven't addressed our show notes at all. Was there like some questions here that we actually felt were oh yes, what the heck is a glizzy?
I don't know. Like I feel like the glizzy's sacred in a sense because you gotta like be in these situations and understand when a glizzy is appropriate and like how to make one and how to be one with the formation of it. It's complicated. Like, do you talk about this? Do you talk about this kind of stuff? Do you let the people know about glizzies?
It's a hot dog.
Yeah, the way you're talking about it, you're like, hey, this could be anything.
It's a hot dog.
It's a hot
I love
dog.
glizzies and I love hot dogs. And they're great. And for some reason we just got really attached to the word glizzy. I don't know. That's what happens in this friend group. We just say a word and we get all glued to it.
You're missing something though. The glizzy, yeah, it's a hot dog, but it's a very specially prepared hot dog. There's time and energy and process and processed meat.
It's a very special wiener.
What was the best glizzy you've ever had?
Probably.
Good question. This is good podcast.
Seriously, Chris Clark prepared it when we were on the Sunshine Coast. This is how much I remember. When we were on the Sunshine Coast and we were all camping up above the Coast Gravity Park. And that was like one of the most beautiful glizzies that I've ever laid eyes on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris Clark, there's your flowers.
Yeah. Where is that guy?
He's probably just making
Traveling.
glizzies.
Oh my god.
Making glizzies all over the world.
So we have some glizzies in that Sunshine Coast video that you're referring to. We like filmed on that trip. What is it called? It's called Scary Skinnies on the North or on the Sunshine Coast.
Oh yeah,
On Mahalo?
Did we go ride? We went and rode 7-Up, right?
Yeah, we rode the
Yes.
Crazy Skinny
I
trail.
love that trail.
I was watching that video the other day and I was like so nervous to watch my crash
Yeah.
because I feel like I was just inches away from breaking my neck. Like that was like pretty gnarly.
Yeah, that was really gnarly.
But I don't know. It's interesting because like there's like an instinct for me to just roll, and I tucked my head, and I was fine.
You know what? It's really easy to look back because you get a lot of close calls in biking. It's just, it happens. But experience will make it so that those close calls are just close calls. Like you know how to get out of them. You know how to crash better. Like you said, that instinct to tuck and roll. So I always go back to that when I get those like moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, that could have been really bad. I'm like, no, wait, it wasn't bad because I've been riding for a long time. Yeah.
So what are some of your biggest bails you've had? Because I can see some scars and some bruises. You wear it. You wear your.
Yeah, that first part of, or that like those first years when you're starting to ride, you eat shit a lot, and I did. I had some bad crashes. I've broke C7T1, grade 4 AC separation, grade 2
hold
AC
on.
separation.
You broke your spine?
Yeah,
Oh no way.
yeah.
Which vertebrae was it?
C7T1. It was just the transverse processes. So it was just
I
that
don't
side.
know any
Yeah.
of these
Oh,
words.
just those?
You
Oh,
went through
okay.
it so fast. You were on
Yeah.
the third injury, and I was still trying to process.
So
the
that
first.
was two. So the grade 4 AC separation and the C7T1 were actually like one injury. It was like a big rock roll, and there was wood on the transition, and I must have pressed brakes or something. I don't know. It was really early on. It was when you're like, you haven't eaten shit a lot, and your confidence outweighs your ability to handle things when they go pear-shaped. And it was wet, and I like power drove into the ground, and that was one. And then grade 2 AC separation on the other side, ribs. I don't even know. The list goes on.
How many ribs?
2 ribs I've done.
In the front?
No, I did them like higher up.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, what's the injury that's giving you the most grief?
The grade 4 AC separation was really crappy for a long time. I didn't get surgery. So I just rehabbed it, and that took a while. That one's not very nice. But Jim has helped a lot with that. And I broke my kneecap last year. And that one was annoying.
Matt was there.
Matt was there.
Me? This
Were
man?
you there?
Yeah, that's Matt.
I don't know if you were there. Not
I don't
not
remember
right
that.
on the crash.
Yeah, we were on A-Line.
You were there.
I thought we were filming for the
No.
hits video.
No, was it?
I don't remember you crashing.
I don't think he was. It was, you were there though. I feel like you were there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and then you were like totally fine. You're like, oh, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good.
Maybe
And you
that's
kept
why.
riding.
I had to like crawl off to the side of the trail. Like my leg, I had the craziest dead leg
Oh, my God.
right when it happened. And I was like, that's not good. And then, I don't know, those moments, right, when you first are like piecing together if you're okay or not. Yeah, what a trip. I was like, I'm okay. There's a lot of people around. I'm okay. And adrenaline and everything. And, but I was like, my knee does not feel right. And, so I like quickly got on my bike and got down the mountain and, took my knee pad off, and it was just swelled instantly. And, I don't know, you do this like back and forth of, I'm okay. Maybe I'm not okay. Maybe I should go seek medical attention. No, I'm okay. I'm totally okay. I'm walking. Look, I can do a squat, everybody.
Oh.
And so I did that for a couple days, and then I decided to finally get an X-ray. Actually, I think, anyway. No, I talked to, there's this doctor here in Whistler, and he's a biker, and he's amazing, Dr. Josh. He had actually built like one of the sickest trails here in Whistler, but I'm not going to say the name. And he's amazing. Anyway, I talked to him, and he's like, yeah, you should get an X-ray. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. So anyway, I went and I got an X-ray, and then they're like, oh, Dr. Josh actually called me, and he's like, dun, dun, dun. I'm like,
Yeah, soundboard.
you asshole. But yeah, he's like, your kneecap's broken. So yeah, that one was kind of crappy. But it was crazy because they're basically like, I was like, oh, so what do I do? He's like, oh, nothing, just, if it hurts, don't do that, and don't fall on it. And I was like, okay, sweet. So.
Wild.
Yeah.
Is there anything hurting right now?
No.
Good.
Because I honestly put a lot of time into the gym and eating good, and it all pays off. And I actually feel fine considering I've hit the deck so many times. Feel strongest that
Well,
I've
it must
ever
have made you a stronger and better rider, because you're an unreal rider. Riding behind you, sometimes I'm just like mind blown, and like
What?
seeing some of the stuff that you hit, and actually some of the bails that you take too. I'm like, damn, you're tough.
You had a good one today
I did.
on Pulp there.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I mean, I did crush a beer a little bit before that, and I think that my judgment was slightly impaired. Kids
It was-
don't drink and ride.
Also, like a very slippery bridge.
Yeah,
like,
but
to
I
be
think
fair.
that would like not really knowing or just going into it as hot as I did. Yeah. Yeah. But it's okay, get back up, do her again.
I
Yeah.
feel like every time I see you, you're a better rider than the last time.
Thank you. That means a lot.
And I can, it's not easy to keep up.
Yeah.
I'm working hard to keep up on the trails today. Like I don't know. You're following I think on Beeline. I was like, holy crap! Because you're
really?
following Ollie and you're following his line perfect, and then I'm like just watching you guys dance down the trail and sucking air, and
Ollie
like,
drives
damn,
me
you guys are good.
drives me nuts being behind him.
Why?
Because he just like he goes a slower pace and he plays around so much, and I'm just like, man, like, can you go a little bit faster? Like, so yeah, I don't know if you can hear, but I'm usually yelling at him a lot.
I did hear you yell a couple times.
I'm like,
and I didn't know.
hurry up. No. Yeah. But I really appreciate that because I definitely like, yeah. I still don't feel like I'm the rider that I want to be. I've had so many, the injuries and the psychological barriers that kind of come up as a result of that, yeah, it's emotional. And I want to be like that rider that I envision. Or I don't even know if I envision that I know that I can be. But yeah, there's barriers, man. It's hard. It's hard.
I feel like it's in any profession, it's kind of like this always moving goalpost where you get better, and now you want to be better rider than you've become. It just keeps going, and it's like you have to take a moment to realize that you've come a long way.
Yeah, well, even at this moment, like everything, even in terms of the stuff with photography and with videography, and then with riding and stuff, I remember like 7 years ago looking around at Megs and Ollie and being like, if it doesn't get any better than this is better than I ever thought it would be. And then things have already gotten crazier than that. So yeah, it is always a moving target. And especially with riding. But it's hard. The psychology is not ever something I thought would encounter. Like you think you can, if you're physically capable, you can do all the things you want to do, but sometimes your brain gets in the way, and that's pretty gnarly. That's a crazy road to start exploring. And yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about it at all, but I'm very intrigued by it, and I feel like we can all learn something from it, especially our listeners. But you have a particular fear of drops.
I do. I have a mental block.
And this is not like you just don't like drops and you avoid them. This is there's levels to this.
Oh yeah, yeah. It started years ago, like probably like 8 years ago or something like that. And I went off this drop too slow, and I ended up hitting my head and breaking my front teeth. And that's where this mental block started. And it is wild what ends up, like what I end up encountering sometimes. And basically I will I just won't physically be able to get over that type of feature. And sometimes it used to be like even smaller drops. And it would even be to the point that I would be like skidding off of them and like hucking myself off of them. And I would be sitting on top of them and tears would just be like streaming down my eyes. Like, how the hell do I get over this? And I physically could not. So it's gotten a lot better. It still comes up in like little ways here and there, but I've worked with a couple different coaches. I've worked with a sports psychologist. I've worked with a therapist on it. And it was really interesting because there was definitely some physical, like some technique stuff that was coming into play early on. But now so much of it is just, mental state. And
Am I wrong? But I feel like I've seen you hit a lot of drops though. Like, weren't you with us today on Fade to Black?
It comes and it goes. And like, I think now I have a lot more tools to use because of all of those people. But sometimes I just, like, even the first lap today, when the first lap of the day we went down Schleyer, and I was like, you know what? I can't do this right now. I got to go and do a beeline and warm up and remember that I know how to ride a bike.
That's very fair. Schleyer is a very tough warm up lap.
Yeah.
Like for anybody.
But that knowing that now and saying that to myself is a lot different than what it used to be.
Right.
It would be like, so much fear, so much uncertainty, and then this whirlwind of like spiraling thoughts and around it or whatever. And it's crazy. So anyway, it comes and goes, but I've been in a really good place for quite a while now with going to the gym and like talking again, having all of those tools in a toolbox to be able to pull out when I'm feeling like that.
Is there any one stunt or drop or something out there that is like on your mind and you want to conquer it, but it's hard to overcome?
This year I actually decided that because it's crazy because if you have continuously battling this, like I feel like I don't progress a lot at hitting drops because I'm going backwards a bunch of steps before I'm going forwards a bunch of steps. So this year I was like, you know what? I have a lot of tools. I was actually chatting with I ran into ALN, and she was talking about creating your own plan for progression. And so I had left that conversation and I was like, man, can I do that? Should I do that? And I was kind of frustrated at myself within that conversation. I was like, you know what, because I feel like this, because I feel like so triggered by this progression plan, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make one. So I made one for this year. And so yeah, like going and hitting various drops and hitting like stuff that's in kind of confidence boosting accumulation. I would like to hit some bigger features this year. Like I haven't hit Dwayne Johnson in the park, which I'd really like to do, which isn't even that crazy.
Like the jump
and the drop.
The drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd like to do that one. And I'd like to do the Poacher's Gap in Squamish. I'd really like to hit Brutus.
Well, there's a video.
Yeah.
That's one of our videos that we want to do.
There's also,
I haven't hit it, but Jason has hit it.
Really? Yeah.
Kaz wants to hit it.
Yeah, I really like to do that.
And Nick over dinner tonight just showed us someone just eating it.
Yeah, I've seen that video. It's gnarly.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah, so that.
Let's hit it together.
Sounds good. That'd be super fun.
I don't think it's any bigger than Dwayne Johnson is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
true.
Honestly, it's not. It's just not in the bike park.
True.
So
You're
like,
going so
what
fast
is
on Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, but I'm like, just working on a bunch of stuff smaller to gain confidence and put those tools into action, and hopefully can feel more at peace with this.
So do you think there's ever going to be a day when you think to yourself, I've become the rider I want to be?
I hope so. Or I hope so. I hope so. I don't know. Again, like it's that moving target.
What is it? What needs to happen?
I mean, it definitely would be rad to have more confidence on drops on a rig, because yeah, like I said before, if you're always taking a few steps back to take a few steps forward, building your confidence, which is so important in the sport. You use references all the time when you're coming across different features, and that trust within yourself, you take that into other things on the trail all the time. And so if I could get this kind of in a better place, I feel like I would have more confidence on a regular basis and more trust within myself to continuously be like tackling bigger things. So I think that if I could get to that place where I was a little bit more at peace, have more confidence around drops and so forth, then I probably would be more of the rider that I am, or what that I want to be.
How do you stay focused on the trails? How do you get your head in the game?
Well, visualization, checking in, right crew is always a big part of like getting your head in the game. I like to not take it too seriously now. I think that's something that I've kind of adopted a little bit more, is because you want to be relaxed, right? You want to find that flow state where it's fun, it's light, it's easy. Like, you're just letting your body move how it should. And I think that definitely your people around you and the atmosphere, and practicing relaxation. Actually, I should take this into drops, but on really technical features and stuff, like that's one thing that I definitely have going for me. I can brake like nobody's business. I have mad stopping skills.
Nice.
So
that's really important, actually.
It is. And so when I'm about to drop into like a rock roll or something super steep or whatever, super techy, I'm like, you have unreal brake control. Your brake control is freaking awesome. And so I say that to myself. That's how I get in the zone.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can you do like a nose wheelie with your brakes?
Yeah, I can do a nose bonk.
We should have a competition.
Sure.
See who has the sickest braking skills.
Honestly though, I will win. I can stop, like if there is a drop in proximity, I can stop right at the very edge of it, like going really fast. It's ridiculous.
I never knew this about you.
And not end up going over it.
I never knew your braking skills.
Seriously. I did a coaching session with Johan, and I was telling him this, and I could see that he was kind of probably like, yeah, whatever. But then he would put rocks on certain parts of like the trail, like features and rock rolls and stuff, and he'd be like, "Stop before this," and I would stop way before it. Yeah.
Why would he do that?
To like break control, to like be in control, and to like show that I could stop in certain places.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was
You had some
it was
private coaching? with
yeah,
him?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Any big takeaways?
From Johan's
Yeah, or
coaching?
like even like the various very talented riders you've encountered and ridden with over the years.
Oh yeah.
Anything that like comes to mind that's like just a quick tip.
Well, it was really interesting. Oh, okay. First of all, Johan is a phenomenal coach, and the stuff that I took away from like working with him, insane. Like it was crazy stuff. So, coaching, get coached. Anyway,
I like what we're doing. We're doing the Wheel and R with Darren Bearclaw.
Yeah.
Bearclaw.
yeah,
And we're doing a GoPro lap, and I guess he ended up behind me at some point.
yeah,
And immediately just starts ripping on my form.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh, your elbows, man. You got to stick them out. You got to lean forward and stick your elbows out
Mm-hmm.
way more." He's like, "You can't be like keeping them in and doing this dangly thing." And it just like stuck with me. It's like, "Oh crap, Bearclaw just
Yeah.
critiqued my form."
Roasted me.
He just roasted me.
he's also a phenomenal. Like I've went to his house and rode his trick jump in the backyard, and the pointers that he gave, again, just game changers. Just
Yeah, it's
throws out gold. Yeah,
I was even thinking about that today on the trails.
Yeah.
I was like, keep my elbows out.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting because Johan was like, he was like, "Oh, I think you seem like you need to take in a lot of information," and I was like, "Yes." And so we talked, and he like kind of showed me a way of looking at features with going through and making a plan and identifying as much as you can about what you're about to do. So you actually then you only have to focus on the most complex part, whatever that is. If that's a piece of information that you can't derive from like going through what the landing looks like, what the takeoff looks like, what the run-in looks like. So, and it was really interesting because I feel like, and not to slag on the dudes or anything like that, but riding with a lot of guys, that's not something that is really normalized. Like having a process and working through features in that manner and going through and analyzing it. But it was interesting going to formation and seeing a lot of the women analyze the features in depth. And so I don't know if that's just, generalizing to one of the sexes, but yeah, like it seems like it's a lot more female of a thing to do, to need more of that information to be able to execute it. A little less like just get some balls and get over it. Which again, I don't want to slag on the dudes or anything, but that's just when I'm riding with the guys, it's a lot, maybe that dialogue's going on, but internally, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You have a process, Kaz?
I feel like I agree with Hailey. Like, you come up with something and you look at it like, okay, this thing looks similar to this other thing that I've hit before. So like it's doable. Mm-hmm. And then, you work your way up to it. Mm-hmm. And you look at it like, okay, I got to go here. I got to take this line into it.
And the final step of the process is nope. And then you walk away and you go home. Don't you think at the Whistler Bike Park, there's enough drops scattered all around the mountain that you could start from like curb height drop to double curb to 1 foot to 2 foot to 3 foot to 4 foot to 5. And then you end up on like clown shoes and you're doing like a 12-foot drop. Don't you think there's enough? Like,
Yeah.
that we could
Yeah.
make this a video and it's Hailey learns how to do a 12-foot drop.
Yeah.
We're going to turn this into content.
Yeah. I would love to do something because that actually is a really great strategy, and to allocate a day or time to do that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'd even do that when I'm just going to go ride on a regular basis. I'll just go hit like I don't even know, just some of the little whatever drops in the Joyride Jump Park or whatever. And I'll just purposely go do that right out of the gate. Just one. It's like, you know how to do a drop, dude. And then I'll be able to go and do, Faded Black, whatever. So yeah. But to do that with a plan of like getting to the big daddy-o, Let's do it.
The pressure
do
of
it.
content is real.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see me break down on top of it. Just do it, man. Just do
I love
it.
If you cry in a YouTube video, it usually does well. So yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I wish I knew
Thumbnail right
that.
there.
Tears. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about the Whistler Bike Park. Like, that's the only place you ride. Any other favorite places to ride in this big wide world? Sickest place of all time.
Sickest place of all time? Oof. Oh man, that's a really tough question.
Best memories?
Best memories?
Don't think.
Oh, the riding around. Man, it's so cliche, but the riding from home is the best, man. The riding here is really
All right.
good.
Yeah,
but
you live in the best place.
I
in the
do
world.
live in a
Yeah.
really good place, and the more I
That's
travel too, the more I'm like, yeah, this is cool. It's great, but it's not like back at
not
Whistler.
Whistler.
No, I gotta say though, the bike park gets a lot of the attention, but the trails outside of the park, there is some insane trails outside of the park. There is stuff that will make your ass pucker.
I don't
I'm
know if I
in.
want that.
You guys ever get bored of the Whistler Bike Park?
No.
No.
Like I said, this morning or last night, I was like, tomorrow is Wistmas, man. It's Wistmas.
Ollie and I were talking about how, you gotta keep the trails exciting, like, because after riding a trail like 1,000 times
Yeah.
probably at this
Yeah.
point in our lives, you gotta do what he does that drives you nuts. You gotta go a little slower and find all
Yeah.
the little side hits.
Yeah.
You gotta get creative.
I feel like there's so many different ways of riding those trails though,
Yeah.
that every year I find something different to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And their Whistler Blackcomb does a pretty good job of switching things up.
Why are you yelling at Ollie about going slow and having fun? I love following Ollie. It's so fun.
It's just like,
He's always finding like things that I would never think of.
Yeah,
I would
but it's just
never
that-
think of going over that hump on the side or
but the problem is that at Ollie speed, only Ollie can go over the hump. You're going too slow.
oh, you must be really fast because I still have to work pretty hard to keep up to Ollie, even if he's doing all that stuff.
Oh, it kills me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even when we dropped in today, I was like, no, I don't want to be behind Ollie.
Well, what should we do tomorrow at the best place on earth? You were riding with us?
Yeah. I don't know. Ride all the Fitzsimmons.
Hitting every drop at the Whistler Bike Park?
Oh God, we can't do that tomorrow.
What did you hit any drops today?
Yeah.
I'm just like fascinated. I want to help you conquer this fear.
The crazy thing is though, is like you'll see how completely at random and irrational it can be. And that's why it's so freaking gnarly, is it can come out of nowhere and it can be over something. But I'm getting better at identifying like why it might be triggered. Like sometimes blind features get me. But now it's like, okay, go start at the like way down the transition, like at the exit, and like work your way up to understanding every little tiny piece of it. But yeah, I don't know. I would love any support to continue to like move forward with it, because it's debilitating and it's hard when, like I said, confidence is so important to getting down the trail and progression. So, yeah.
You said you broke your teeth
Send
bailing
your
off a
tips.
drop. Are these your real teeth? Front teeth?
My front teeth, the bottom parts are not real now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got the same. Well, I used to have the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have half of a front tooth. I guess
Yeah.
now it's completely replaced.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And I fell on my face in Whistler.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Where did you crash?
I was in the interior. No. Rosalind.
Did you get stitches inside your mouth?
No.
I had 14 in my lower lip. Scrub it.
I think I went like, and like broke them off like that, because I did it, and then we were leaving to the States like a day later, and so I actually couldn't get it fixed.
Oh, wow.
So I had these like crazy, like snaggly, like I don't even know how to like
Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and
serrated,
Dumber, but two of them.
but like not cute. Yeah.
I never noticed that you
Yeah.
you had those.
Yeah. So that was kind of where it all started. I don't know. Teeth, breaking teeth is a real.
It's sad.
It's a pain
It's
in the
sad.
ass.
It is,
sad.
because you're not just hurt. You're like, I should pay for something too.
Yeah.
And it's gone.
I
It's
know.
gone.
I know. I hit my head at the time too, and that always makes everything a lot worse too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Guys, getting late here at the where are we? The Marriott.
Wait. We gotta play one more thing. We gotta play something.
Marriott Delta.
Are you into a speed round?
Oh, we
Okay.
have a game.
We have a game that
Oh,
we play.
fun.
Like,
Let's
We
do
did
it.
the hot
before we
tub
wrap
before.
things up.
We did the hot tub before the podcast, and it just nearly put me to sleep. We considered putting the microphone in the hot tub. The microphone's in the hot tub, and Jason wants to put the mixer board on a floaty. And what do you guys think? Should we do a hot tub pod one time? Let us know.
Hot tub pod machine. All right, this is a shorter one because I couldn't think of a lot of options.
Oh, I didn't add any.
Yeah, thanks for
It's okay.
that.
I'll try to think of some on the fly. Kaz, you do the same.
Okay, speed round. It's
'Kay.
this or that. So there's
Oh.
two options. And you just
Okay.
pick one. And don't think about it. Just
Okay.
like, bang, bang, bang.
Sweet.
Hey,
I'm in.
you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
Bike park or big pedal day?
Bike park.
Long lens or wide lens?
Long lens.
Glizzy or glizzy?
Glizzy.
PC or Mac?
Oh, Mac.
Della or Lupe?
Oh, God, Della.
What Della Lupe is your?
They're my dogs.
Your dog.
Della's my soul dog. Lupe's amazing and she's adorable, but Della's my soul dog.
Pick your kids. Tacoma or Forerunner?
Tacoma.
Skiing or snowboarding?
Skiing.
GLC or Longhorn?
Oh, God, I had such a good time the other day at Longhorn. Longhorn.
Scary, gnarly lines or fast and loose?
Ooh, scary gnarly.
That's all I had.
Oh,
Jason or Kaz?
oh, God. Oh, God. You can't do that. That's so mean.
Just pick Kaz.
Jacat?
Jacaz.
Pick Kaz.
Rugby or lacrosse?
Ooh.
Lacrosse.
Oh gosh, I should have really written these down before.
Kaz has a really special place in my heart, but I feel like, Jason, you're just getting a special place in my heart, too. The more
I'm
that we
working my
hang
way
out-
in
I
there.
know, man.
Like
I
a
know.
You're gonna be on your
virus.
couch tomorrow night.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be a week later, and like
I-
Jason, you need to go home.
Yeah,
I'll move on to the porch. And yeah, it'll be great.
yeah.
Yeah,
If
you-
you just like beg to stay on her couch like for like 3 weeks, you'll get to where Kaz
The
is.
thing about Kaz is Kaz didn't beg to stay. He just would be like,
He
hey.
just did it.
He's like, can I stay for a night? And you're like, yeah, Kaz, no problem. And then like 6 days later, you're like, honey, you need to leave.
This is true. We had to talk about this.
Yeah.
Kaz had some long stays. Yeah.
But you know what? I got to say, the guy was really great when you told him to go home.
I'm still here. We're still friends.
I know. And now it's amazing. Now, you can just come over whenever and make good food. And yeah. Anyway.
You got any this or that, Kaz?
Put me on the spot here.
Okay, I'll say the this and you say that. Okay, grouse or
Shotguns.
Shotguns.
Ooh.
I got one for you. Whistler DH or Slayer?
Slayer.
Slayer.
Can I choose Joyride?
Ho Chi Minh.
No.
Ho Chi Minh Corners or Ho Chi Minh Corners or Ninja Cougar? Ho Chi Minh
Ho
Corners.
Chi
Ho Chi
Minh.
Minh.
Ho Chi Minh.
yeah.
Oh, the Laura ones.
Oh my God, I know. I didn't get to ride those today.
Do we have any questions from our audience? No questions from our audience. Our audience is
Hard no.
non-existent. They've all left. They've gone home.
I think they went to Garbs.
Did they really go to Garf's? Should we go to Garf's?
We could.
They're just opening, I think.
Hey, can you like send us off on I feel like we didn't talk about crazy Whistler party stories enough. Because you guys have had some pretty legendary parties. Going to the top of mountains, bringing speakers, blasting tunes, forest
Yeah,
raves, crazy house parties. Whistler's pretty good party town.
Are you asking me or asking her?
I'm asking her and looking at you.
It's a statement.
Which
It's a
means-
statement.
I mean, it's just like you guys party on a different level. Like, I don't know.
I feel like it's like less partying and more like just bonding with your friends.
Like,
I feel like the tourists come here and party, and then you
Yeah.
guys like actually have experiences. You know?
Yeah, it's like West Vegas for,
Yeah,
the people
yeah.
that come visit. But yeah, we've been known to get some tunes and head into the woods and get a little weird.
forest raves.
Forest raves.
There's a club here in Whistler called Mojo's, and they one time it's a basement club. Is this true that they like brought in sand and
We
covered.
were there. That's the day we met Hailey.
Yeah,
What?
the beach party.
Yeah, that was the night we met Hailey.
The night we met Hailey?
It was the beach party.
I wish I could go back and relive this because I don't really remember.
I don't
it.
remember either. I feel I don't remember.
I didn't shoot a grouse. It was not love at first sight. Sadly,
I vividly
I had
remember
sand
we
in
were,
my underpants.
But I was awestruck. Like I was when I first met. Starstruck. I was starstruck
That
when I
goes
first
without
met.
saying.
Yeah.
And I just had sand in my underpants. That
It was
it.
when Ollie was filming that edit.
the English one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, right. The T.
Yeah.
A moment with Ollie Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved that. I listened to that song so much.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my gosh.
I was there at the party with the sand.
Yeah, because we shot with Ollie for two days, and then he was like, "Hey, like me and my girlfriend are gonna go to Mojo's. Like, you guys want to come?" And we're like, "Yeah, let's go to Mojo's."
Oh man, where was I?
You were at Mojo's.
I probably had a.
Now I heard
beverage.
one time.
Dude, I'm like, I can't believe I was there because I've just been hearing about this like beach party thing. For
I think
so
you
many
heard about
years.
this beach party because you were there.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
even remember this.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the best party in town?
Mojo's is a good time. Garf's is a good time too. Any of the
Well,
underground.
you were really fired up on Garf's tonight. Are we ruining your chances for going?
No,
to
it's just because it
Garf's?
was right there. It was a short walk.
It's always tomorrow. It's Friday night.
It is. It is.
Can you let us in on some of the best? I mean, if you don't want to give up some of these secrets, it's fine. But some of the best kept secrets, like some of the hot local tips in Whistler, best place to eat.
Oh
You
man.
know, I don't know. I want to learn something here.
Yeah. I mean, there's some pretty function coffee shops. Forecast is a really good coffee shop. I think something that a lot of people don't realize here is the lake life. Like in the summertime, the lakes, like biking and then swimming, it's amazing.
It's so cold though.
Oh,
I'm not good with the cold water.
but not Alta Lake or Loggers Lake.
I need I need a
Yeah.
process for getting
Yeah.
into the cold water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that you should Google that.
Yeah.
Okay, you help her get over the drop.
What?
And I'll help you
And
get
then
over.
she'll help you with the water.
I'm like,
That's fine.
I'm such
Exposure
a
therapy.
wiener when it comes to cold water too.
I'm terrible with it.
Yeah.
What about like the frisbee golf?
Frolf is
yeah.
okay, I guess, if
I've-
you're lame.
If you're lame,
No,
What?
I take that back. All you Frolfers out there, Frolf is great. I just haven't really gotten into it.
I feel like here, because the Frolf course is like right where the bike trails are.
Yeah.
If I'm going that way, I might as well bike.
Yeah.
well, I was gonna ask you to go frolfing. but
And Frolf
jeez.
is, social and stuff, but when you're biking, you can, you just go on a trail ride. And so that's kind of where that is. I feel bad for the Frolfers. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, there's some really angry
We've
listeners
lost
right
all the
now.
frolfers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason's actually a frolfer.
I've frolfed in my spare time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
Not here,
pissed.
I don't want to say you look like a Frolfer, but you look like you'd frolf.
Yeah. You look like a frolfer, big time frolfer.
Holding a beer in one hand.
I don't have the kit yet, but I will. I will.
Food.
Splits.
Splits is really good.
That's the best place in Whistler.
And like samurai
Kaz-
sushi, chicken
Splits?
teriyaki wrap with spicy mayo.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For $7,
I can vouch for that.
That is a deal.
Yes. And also now Samurai Bowl in Creekside. That one's a
Okay.
good one
Okay.
too.
I didn't eat it yet, but the grilled cheese at Gone
Yeah.
Eatery is unreal.
But you know what?
Well, hold on. Let me describe it. So it's your classic grilled cheese, square, cut in two, on the slant. 2 triangles, and there's a layer of crispy cheese around every square inch of the grilled cheese. It's got an orbit of cheese. It's amazing.
You know what though, Matt? You keep bringing that up, and I keep being like, "Yeah, man, that looks really good." But the purebred one,
Yeah.
you should try that.
Purebred is insane.
I'm gonna do both.
Yeah,
I got 2 more days here.
yeah. 2 more heart attacks to have.
The pecan pie as well. You gotta get the cheesecake or the grilled cheese and the pecan pie.
You can't go wrong at purebred.
What, Kaz, you have any hot Whistler tips? Anything?
The food's good. Just don't go
Nice.
anywhere that's
wow.
cold,
I'm writing that one down. That's some crucial
Honestly,
local
you
information.
can't go wrong as long as it's not like a chain or a corporate. If it's like locally owned, they're
Yeah.
always like pretty damn good.
Okay, so like, oh, you got some?
Oh, I got two hot tips for you. One, Rainbow gas station.
Yes.
Rainbow
100%.
gas station. It's locally owned. It's owned by the cutest couple and their son, and they have the like amazing food and cool atmosphere, and you should definitely go. Their coffee's actually really good too.
Their food too. It's not like gas station food. It's
Yeah.
like restaurant quality cafe food. that
Burgers
they
and
make on the spot.
sandwiches, pizza. They'll make you a pizza.
They have a pizza oven.
Oh, pizza. What about Creek Bread Pizza?
I'm probably the wrong person to ask about that because I mean it's good, but I can't say that I like lose my mind over it.
It's pretty
pretty-
good.
it's pretty good.
September
Yeah.
one is pretty.
Yeah, the
insane.
Pemberton potato pizza.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty tasty.
The other thing is the breweries. There's two breweries in function, and it's so fun to go for a ride and then end up at a brewery, and you can do that.
An Alpine Cafe. They have like the old gondola there on the
Yeah.
property. Like
Yeah.
and then you just sit in the gondola and you have dinner.
I was really obsessed with Alpine Cafe for a really long time, and now I don't eat there as much. You know how you go through waves, you get your favorites and stuff. So, yeah,
Yeah, man, it's actually insane how many good places there are to eat.
there
in
is.
Whistler.
There's a little foodie scene. There's
I mean-
a foodie scene, a beer scene, a bike scene, a ski scene. I mean, there's just so many scenes. That's why it's really rad.
What about the Zogs Poutine? Is that worth the hype?
Yeah, you should experience it.
How do you prepare the Zogs Poutine? You put the onions on it
Yes, I put onions on it.
and like mayo and ketchup.
No. Just like the gravy
You
and
put
the
mayo and
cheese.
ketchup on your poutine.
I mean,
Definitely.
it's there.
Yes.
Dan is like, oh my god.
I mean, it's there, and you're just like,
But
sure.
that's for the burgers.
I don't know. They
have.
got some insane poutines, man. You can
When
get all
we're in the
sorts of
bike
things.
park, we like to go. Ollie and I like to go over to Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory and get a caramel apple. But they have these like crazy caramel apples that have marshmallows and like Rice Krispies and chocolate and all this stuff all covered them. And they'll slice it there for you, and then you leave. You can go stand in the line. You can just eat these slices
Oh, yeah.
of caramel apple. It's really good, and the sugar, and I mean the fruit's kind of healthy. And then you're just like ready for laps.
My favorite bike park meal is going down to the Japanese store next to Subway.
Yeah.
And they always have these pre-made like bento boxes or donburis, and they're like $6.
That's so far though.
You save money though.
Oh, you know what? A good sandwich is Portobello in the Upper Village.
Yeah, Portobello's really
What do you
good.
think?
Yeah,
It's good.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. And breakfast bowls there, those are pretty.
Yeah, Portobello is amazing. It
It's
really
nice level.
is.
It's like fancy Subway.
Yeah.
And I'm like saying fancy, like fancy.
yeah.
It's underneath the Fairmont, so. But that's good. That's good eating.
very good.
I'm just thinking about food now.
I know, me too.
It's almost
1
1 a.m.
Nothing is open.
We're talking
Screw
about food.
Garf's. Let's go to McDonald's.
Yeah,
Even
McDonald's.
they're closed.
Really?
Yeah, they close at 10.
Oh,
Is there
man.
anything
Cast
open
ice.
at this time?
Domino's. You
Domino's.
can get a Domino's pizza
Oh,
order.
24/7?
No, I don't think so. When
No,
do
Max
they go?
is open.
Oh, Max.
You can get a
Yeah.
convenience store pizza.
Oh, good
Pizza Pops.
Lord.
Yum,
Once
yum,
upon
yum.
a time, there was a 7-Eleven here.
There
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that gone?
Well, it's
I know.
Hunter Gatherer now, right?
I
It's
know.
a pretty good restaurant.
Hunter Gatherer is
Yep.
amazing.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
great.
I heard it was because the rent was really high there, and they weren't something along those lines.
Too many people stealing.
They just needed to sell. They weren't reaching their Slurpee quota.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what they're missing here? They're missing an A&W and a white spot.
There's rules there. So there's these grandfather laws here.
Mm.
So like, for example, nightclubs can't be, or nothing like above ground can be open past, I think it's 1. Is it 1? No, it's even earlier than that.
Like
it's
midnight.
Maybe it's midnight or something.
Yeah.
So Longhorn is the only one that has an exception to that can stay open till 2. But then all the underground stuff can stay open till 2. So there's these weird grandfather laws. There's no drive-throughs allowed here. Have you noticed there's only one drive-through? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
McDonald's?
Yeah, that's it. There's no
Well, there's
other.
only one.
Yeah.
That's why there's
allowed?
no Tim
And for-
Hortons here for a long time.
There was no Tim Hortons and there was no Starbucks allowed here for
Yeah.
a long time either. So
Wait, what do you mean for a long time? Is there one now?
there's
in
Tim
Creekside.
Hortons. There's
There's
2
three.
now.
What?
Oh, there's 3. Yeah,
What?
yeah, there's
Yeah.
3.
Where's the third one?
Well, there's one in Creekside.
yeah.
There's one next to Fresh Street Market.
Yeah.
And then there's one in the tourist center
Oh,
Yeah.
there is 2
in the bus stop.
Oh, right.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So there's some interesting like old laws and stuff.
Yeah. It's funny because like Whistler's not that old. In the
No.
grand scheme of
No,
things,
not
it's
at
only
all.
like
Mhm.
what, like I mean, 70 years old, kind of.
I think even like 50 or 60 years old.
Yeah, I mean there was people here, I think in the 60s, but it took a long time for it to become what it is now.
The Whistler historians are shaking their fists.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
know. We're getting a
They're
lot of
joining
facts
the
wrong.
Frolfers.
There's a ghost town here.
What?
Yeah, Parkhurst.
On the other side of Green Lake?
Yeah.
Play the crickets. It's Ghost Town.
Oh,
I think you can frolf over there.
You can frolf in the
There you go.
Ghost Town.
I feel like you can frolf over
You
there.
just
I'm not
you
frolfing
huck your
over there.
frisbee and it just disappears
Yeah.
into nowhere.
It's not that creepy. It's kind of cool because there was like a logging community.
Hey, what about Cow's ice cream? Worth the hype?
It's okay.
It's good.
It's all right.
I don't
It's
visit
all
there
right.
very much.
They don't have any dairy-free options.
Oh my god.
I'm hungry. You guys want to go to McDonald's
Yeah,
now?
let's go to
Go to
McDonald's.
Max?
Yeah.
Get a Slurpee.
I'm
Yeah,
down for some
Bag of
McDonald's.
pretzels.
There you go. Should we wrap it up? Yeah. Haley, do you have anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say? We've asked a lot of questions.
Some shout outs.
Shout-outs.
Frolfers, sorry, no, nothing mean meant there.
Sorry to the Frolfers.
Yeah, sorry to
I
the
think they're gone. They're not
Frolfers.
coming back.
They've already unsubscribed.
We're gonna have a pro Frolfer on next episode. It's fine. We'll win them back.
You should find a pro frolfer / mountain biker. You know, that'll really hit all the demographics.
Jason Lucas.
Yeah. I'm pro at both, clearly.
Well, we didn't even dive into your photography and your creative work, but I'll plug you for you.
Thanks. Just visit my
Follow
LinkedIn.
Haley on Instagram. Why not? Let's see some of her beautiful pictures of mountain biking and other things like golfing.
No frolfing on there. You know, the antics, the good times with the homies
Yeah.
here in West Vegas.
Yeah. You got a website?
I don't.
No.
No.
You have anything other than an Instagram?
No.
You have a LinkedIn.
Oh, LinkedIn.
Living the life.
It's not very active though, you know. That's
It was deep in the search.
Yeah.
You ever
admit.
deactivate your Instagram?
no. Maybe I stopped. I was on TikTok for a bit, but I had to get rid of it because that consumed a lot of time.
You got addicted?
Yeah, fast, like real fast. I was like, wow.
Did you follow someone in particular?
No, like I'm a sucker for cute dog videos. Yeah, I can lose my days of my life to cute dog videos. So
You're
that was
neglecting your own dog and looking at cute dog videos.
basically, and then I'm like, oh baby, and then I give my dog a cuddle, and I'm like, you're here, you're okay, and then I go back to watching some more cute videos. Horse videos, I really like videos of horses, like baby horses.
All right,
Anyway,
well,
this
she
could keep
has-
going.
She has nothing to plug but cute dog videos. But
Don't worry, they're not on my
if you
Instagram.
want to see more of Haley, go to her Instagram or watch her in our many Mahalo videos featuring Haley herself, shredding and shrouping and doing what she does best. Thanks, Haley.
Thanks, guys. That was fun.
We
There wasn't as much like on the spot stuff as they thought there was going to be. So you know, thanks, guys.
we
Like
didn't
what?
dig hard enough.
Yeah. What would we have asked?
Damn
Would
it,
you
Jason.
like to
I tried
know?
once, but it didn't go so well. So
What are your
and
political
I didn't know
views?
how the drop thing was gonna go. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about the drop thing. But,
Yeah.
I mean, we could have went deep.
Yeah, we went a little deep, you know.
I mean, maybe we should keep going. Get some tears. Kaz, I want you to cry.
No.
before then.
We're saving that for the YouTube video.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Kaz, you successfully played 3 sounds tonight, but you did a good job as a producer. How do you
Thank
guys
you.
think Kaz did?
He did great.
He
There
did
were-
great.
Yeah, you know, I think that there's room for growth if you'd like some constructive
There's
feedback.
room for growth of these buttons, you know? There needs to be more sounds.
Both of these buttons.
Kaz, you actually made it on the podcast as a host before you made it on as a guest. That's pretty good.
Leveling up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dave, you better watch out.
We gotta put you on the spot. We can definitely do that. I can. Yeah. You want to be a guest sometime, Kaz?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, we gotta
Kaz,
come up with a really
quick,
good this
quick.
or that.
Matt or Jason?
Jamason.
That's it. That guy's he's not coming on the pod. He's
Yeah.
out of here.
It's way too.
Dave or Brooke?
Brooke.
All right, that's been another episode of Feeding Off Each Other. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to the podcast and see you next time.
Good night.
Thank you for listening to Feeding Off Each Other. Please subscribe for more great podcasts.